Hello students. In our last session already we had completed the chapter The Flower. In today's session I am going to discuss the short exercises. So in that first one is name the following. First one is the sweet fragrant liquid produced in the flower, that is the nectar. Number 2, product formed when male gamete fuses with female gamete, that is zygote. Number 3, roots of banyan tree which are used for support, that is aerial root or prop root. Then number 4, fourth central whorl of flower, that should be gynoecium or pistil or carpel, any term you can write. Number 5, collective term for sepals, that is calyx. Number 6, collective term for petals, that is corolla. So I am repeating once. Number 1 should be nectar. Number 2, zygote. Number 3, aerial root or prop root. Number 4, gynoecium, carpel or pistil. Number 5, calyx. Number 6, corolla. Now I am going to tell you the answers of choose the odd one from each of the following. In that, number 1, sepal, petal, stamen, carpel, flower. In that flower would be the odd one. Number 2, stigma, style, ovary, ovule, stamen. In that stamen, because rest are the parts of female reproductive system of the plant. Number 3, anther, ovule, pollen sac, pollen grains, pollination. In that odd one is pollination. Number 4, seed coat, integuments, hilum, funiculus, pollen grain. In that odd one is pollen grain. Number 5, entomophilus, anemophilus, hydrophilus, ornithophilus, nucellus. In that nucellus is odd one. Next one is fill in the blanks. Number 1, the flower is borne on a stalk called pedicel. Number 2, male part of flower is androecium or stamen. Number 3, female part of a flower is gynoecium, pistil or carpel. Number 4, the transfer of pollen from anther to stigma is pollination. Number 5, fruit represents a mature ovary while the seeds represent ripened ovule. So I am repeating once. Number 1, pedicel. Number 2, androecium or stamen. Number 3, gynoecium or pistil or carpel. Number 4, pollination. Number 5, in first blank it should be ovary, in the second blank it should be ovule. Now true false. First one, testa is the outer protective covering of fruit, that is false. In place of testa it should be epicarp. In place of testa it should be epicarp. Number 2, the fruit of apple is a true fruit as it develops from fleshy thalamus. It is also false. In place of true fruit it should be false fruit. Number 3, pollination through the agency of insects is known as ornithophilus. it is also false. In place of ornithophilus, it should be entomophilus. Entomophilus. Number 4, the fusion of male and female gametes is called syngamy. It is true. The statement is correct. It should be true. Number 5, the zygote divides and grows to form the endosperm of the seed. It is false. In place of endosperm, it should be embryo. In place of endosperm, it should be embryo. Now, I am going to tell you the answer of choose the correct answer. In that, number 1, a flower consisting of all the 4 whorls is called complete flower. Complete flower. Number 2, the female reproductive part of the flower is carpel. Number 3, the floral axis on which flowers are born is pedicel. Number 4, the pollination which occurs through the agency of insects is entomophily. The fusion of 2 nuclei from male and female gametes is called fertilization. Now at last, match the columns. In that one, column A is there, another side column B is there. In column A, number 1 is entomophilus. It will match with the insect pollination of column B. Entomophilus, insect pollination. Number 2, fertilization. That would be zygote. Number 3, anemophilus. That would be air pollination. Number 4, seed. That will match with embryo. Number 5, hydrophilus. That is matching with water pollination. And lastly, number 6, ornithophilus. That is matching with bird pollination. So I am repeating once: entomophilus, insect pollination; fertilization, zygote; anemophilus, air pollination; seed, embryo; hydrophilus, water pollination; ornithophilus, bird pollination. So students, in our today's session, we had talked about all the short exercises related to the chapter The Flower. So you are requested to go through the exercise properly. Bye and have a nice day, students.